Hi, it's Shell Yarbrough with another just-in-time training moment from the Travel Institute. Recently, one of our colleagues was hacked on Facebook and was posting a lot of things that had nothing to do with her business. In fact, she didn't authorize them or even post them herself. And so we went through a series of steps to get her back up and running, in addition to Facebook actually shutting down her account for a period of a couple days. So here's what we did. The first thing is to change her password. So right up here in the upper right hand corner, you can go to Account Settings, and under Account Settings you'll have a password link, and you can see that I updated my password 4 months ago. If I click on Edit right here, it brings me to a screen where I can type in my current password, and then I can type my new one. Now, in terms of passwords, I always like to do one that's completely different than my email password, something completely different than any other website that I use, and I like to be sure that it is strong, meaning that it's got a combination of capital letters, lowercase letters, and some symbol like an exclamation point or an ampersand or a percent sign or dollar sign, something that just adds that little extra. And you can see that it's telling me that my password is strong. So once I've changed my password, the next step is to go and look at the programs that you have authorized, even if you don't know it, to post on your wall on your behalf. So again, just clicking the down arrow next to the home button up at the top, go to your privacy settings. Now your privacy settings will probably be set to either public or friends. I have a custom setting because I've gone through this in great detail, and I've changed how I connect and how I want applications to function and blocked people and apps. We'll do another training class that talks about each of these in depth, but for purposes of getting yourself out of a hacked situation, go to your apps and websites and click on Edit Settings. Once you get in there, you can see I've got 169 apps, games, and websites that I have interacted with. Now when you interact with an app, it actually gives that app some permissions, and you may or may not know exactly what all of those are. And it's important to go through them routinely and delete them or change or look at the settings. So what I do is I go through here about once a month and I click on Remove Unwanted or Spammy Apps. Again, you can see I've got a lot in there. And there's some that I absolutely know what they are, and there's some that I'm just not quite sure I know what they are. Most of these I do because I go through here quite a bit. But for example, this Super Poke, I might not want this. I used it more than 6 months ago. So if I click on Edit here, I can see exactly what I've authorized it to do. It can access my basic information, which is my name and profile. It can look at my profile information. It knows what I like in terms of music and movies and books, anything that I've posted. It can access my family and relationships, my photos and my videos, as well as information people share with me about their birthdays, religious and political views. And it can access my contact information. That's a pretty deep list of things. And I really don't want this app, since I really don't know what it does, other than probably poke people, to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the X right here, and I'm going to delete that app. And I'm going to remove it. And it's gone. Now, there's some other apps that I know have permission to do certain things. And when you're hacked, that's generally what the situation is that you've clicked on a link that a friend has sent you inadvertently, or you've interacted with a web page and you've connected Facebook with that web page. Sometimes you don't even know that you've done it. So, for example, this Grader.com, if I edit this, I can see that I have that I let it access my contact information. This one's not one that posts on behalf of my wall. Give me a second here. RSS Graffiti is one that I use. And I know this app and I like this app, but you can see it has this right here, post to Facebook as me. I've given this app specific permission to post on my wall. So, and I've done this on purpose because I've linked my WordPress website with this. But that's what spammy apps do, is they have this permission set, And again, you may or may not know that you've done that. So if you're going through a list of your apps, it's best to go through and see if it has that specific feature, and you can click on just to remove that specific feature, or again, it's a good practice just to delete the app. That way it doesn't have access to anything. And if you're not sure what any of these are, it's kind of like cookies on your web browser. You can delete them, get rid of them, and then force the program to re-implement them and start again. So 2 steps, good practice. 1, change your password, make it really hard, make it different. Don't use the same one as you use for your email, even though I know it's easier to remember that. And 2, delete your apps and force them to re-authenticate with anything that you've given permission to. And if you're interested, just kind of go through and see what your apps are allowed to do. You might be surprised. I know our colleague was when she was posting on her Facebook wall and inviting people to enjoy a new diet which she had never taken part in. So I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back soon with more just-in-time training. Visit us at thetravelinstitute.com for more tips, tricks, and great practices. Have a good day.